What's up guys, MudDHD here, and welcome to episode 58 of my journey to the top series. And if you missed the previous episode, be linked in the description to the series playlist where you can find every single episode I've done so far. But in the previous episode we were looking for a replacement for Rojo, a striker that we signed. Came out to be selling him for 18 million. We have 15 million in the bank right now. Well, not currently, but we have we had 15, but we go ahead and sign Pack, who is the striker we looked at to replace him. He looks pretty decent. He probably won't replicate Rojo, but he's a striker that we need because we're so low on strikers, and he's pretty much going to be a much better Patrick Berger because he's very tall, he's very good at jumping, and he's got a good physical attributes as well as a good heading accuracy as well. So can't really lay a finger on any areas that he can't really do. But here is a player that we're going for after Josemir sadly had to leave the club. 2 million for him after we signed him very start of the series. And sadly he's going to be going, so it's going to be kind of sad. But when we do come to play him, I have played West Ham when they do have him, and you'll see how that happens in one of the future episodes. But we're going in for this guy, Fernando. We're trying to get him in. He looks like a different one. There is another one, another CDM that we're looking to get to replace Ballon. But this guy is younger, and his wage demands are a lot lower than I think it's Romelu, and we're going for this guy. He's 23, he's 81 overall. I'm sure I showed the stats of this guy. He's one to look at for the future, and I think he came through the sort of the youth thing. I'm not totally sure the generated stuff, but deadline day came so quickly. And we had 10 hours to get ourselves a CDM, and we have not had the best looks in transfer windows after Yesil absolutely bumming us over a couple of years ago, or it might have been last year. And Fernando was still not accepting that. Oh well, Gremio, I can't even say the team's name right. Gremio was still not accepting, and Peterborough put an offer in for Ashley Chambers, 250 grand. I couldn't accept that because we still are low on strikers. But the main priority was getting a CDM, so I had to go in for Romelu. I was still prepared to pay the price of his wages as well, but I really wanted Fernando because he would really help support the wages as well. Rather than spending it all on one player, we would still have some left over for the next transfer window. But hopefully by the end of the next transfer window we will have a lot more money if we do manage to get promoted. But Romelu, I put an 8.5 offer in there. Roma accepted that straight away, and Fernando, I was throwing everything at Grimo. I was giving them 9 million, 8 million, just everything. I was just trying to get the lowest price possible, and I eventually went in with 9 million. They wanted 9.5, but I go in with a 6 grand offer there just to make sure we have someone on hold if this deal does go through, does not go through in fact. And finally Grimo accepted. We got a mid price there, and we put a 50k wage in. And what you must be thinking, why are you paying over the odds? I cannot play Gomez at CDM, it would just be so bad. And there we go, thank God that we've had a good transfer deadline day. I was banging my desk there, but it was so good to finally get a good transfer window under the belt. And we finally had good business going here. Rojo leaving, and then we managed to get 2 pretty decent players in, and 116 million was spent on deadline day. And there we go, some players going out. Butland's been called up to the England side. Well, very well done to him. Payet as well, still in the France side, of course. 5 years into this series, I believe. It's been quite difficult. Like, players have gone, they've got too old, and then they've sort of fizzled off and retired, if you know what I'm saying, and their rating has decreased. But Cooksey there, he's leaving the youth squad. He's all of a sudden his rating went down, and Abiniais, he's gone up 2 overalls. A couple of players going up here, but Aguna as well. I haven't played him at all this season, only a couple of times, and he's still going up. Kala as well, he's gone up 3, and we only just signed him from the youth squad this year. But Crystal Palace was on the cards, and I'm still these games today might not have the best of the highlights. I try to pick out the best. What I do when I look for highlights, I take a number note of when it happened, but sadly I didn't save it, and I ended up having to look through all the footage, which sort of prolonged the editing stage. But anyway, I had to deal with that, all the trials and tribulations of editing, and it really helps having highlighted numbers because you know where to look. But we were playing Crystal Palace. What a nice little block there. Some NFL stuff going down there to stop the ball carrier. The ball was going straight to Kiko Femenia, and Abini using his strength, even though he doesn't have any, managing to hold that player off, and we managed to get the ball in the back of the net. But Crystal Palace were coming back strong. They were looking for an equaliser, and what a chance they had there, right into it must have been row F at that point. I don't know how high the rows are here at York City, but it didn't really matter because we got the 1-0 win, and a couple of players on our scout report. Andy Dunn looks like a good player, but I'm still keeping him there because he is 14 and ratings can drop dramatically. But you see there, we're only 9 points off top spot, and we got Leicester coming up soon. Wolverhampton have a game in hand though, and with 4 points off them, but 1 point West Ham need to draw with us at a third spot. But next we had a game against Reading, and they're a force to be reckoned with, really. I didn't really see anyone to sort of pop out of the squad, but you cannot be sure with these teams. FIFA can really turn on the heat when they want to, really. The FIFA gods can really turn the power on, and Reading, it was kind of a dull game at some points, and I was just trying to get the win, and the players weren't suffering from fitness at all. I think I have a pretty fit side, very much young players, and Taylor there, I don't know whether that's John Taylor, but he just bashes that into the back of the net after free himself in the box, and we had to go out. Abini Ayesi here trying to make some space for himself. He managed to cut that into Berisha, and he's not going to miss there because he is an absolute tank, and he put that one in the back of the net 37 minutes in. But then John Taylor, he's causing an absolute nuisance of himself, and how did none of my defenders pick him up? Right there, sitting by himself, and he manages to put that into the back of the net, and now we're 2-1 trailing yet again. And we've got to go out and try and get another goal. And Abini Ayesi showing his ability there, just stopping that, excuse me, stopping that ball, and boom shakalaka, that's in the back of the net yet again. And Jack Butland has been outstanding this season. I got to say, he had a rough patch, just a slight one, and then ever since he has been absolutely amazing. I definitely recommend him. He's a young keeper. And Pack there showing the dollars, showing the sterling, the money that we paid for him, and boom, right into that right top hand corner, and we managed to nick it right at the end. And this made me love Pack because just scoring goals in the last minute makes you sort of have that sort of bond with the player that you know they are there to win the games for you. And there we go, we're trying to get some scouts back up after that win, and we got one in Germany and one in Spain. I decided, I don't think actually I did have someone in Spain last time. I had to renew where they were, but I didn't have the best of scouts. But here we got a game against Leeds yet again, and this game was pretty dull at the start. This chance here, they didn't make the most of it. That Becchio's as slow as pie. I don't know why pie is slow, but it was this Becchio. He must be about 40 in this game. I'm not totally sure what his age is right now in real life, but a nice snapshot there from Abini Ayesi, just going wide. We're just trying to push for the result, and we're trying to go, and Leeds are just piling on the pressure. A nice header there. Jack Putland, I think, got that one covered. But Abini Ayesi nicking the ball off a sleeping player, and Camillo is in here. He drops back. Camillo, finesse shot, boom. It's in the back of the net, 73rd minute. And we're managing to hold the attack off here. And we got an excellent chance here. Abini Ayesi, surely he's not going to miss. He hits the standing of that post. How did he miss that? I'm not totally sure. But then Azagu, he's going and he's trying, and the deflection just takes it wide. I don't think it would have gone in anyway, but there, a nice save by Jack Butland in the last minute. But then the absolute scription of anything. There we go, get a player finding himself so easily in loads of space somehow, and managing to head that into the back of the net, and we draw that game. Surprising to me, because I felt we pretty much owned that game. And the scouts have came back and they've said we're ready to go. In 3 weeks is Hangsy Ho picked up an injury in that game. 3 weeks is going to be the time of his time out of the squad. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the episode here. If you liked Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video as well as my content. Please go check that out. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's stick or twist. Sadly it wasn't in HD because there's some bizarre reason. I don't really want to go into it, but anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.